Hello dear students, how are you all? Hope you are fine. So if you remember, yesterday we have started with the third chapter of your civics, that is types of garment. So we have already discussed the meaning of garment. If you remember, we have done that it is a body which has power or authority to rule the country. Then after discussing the meaning of garment, I have also discussed with you the functions of the garment. So, garment performs the functions like constructions of bridges, railways, hospitals, school educational systems. Then, it also takes care or protects us from the external wars, external disturbances that are there. So many functions are being performed by garment. The electricity, the water supply, so all these are looked and taken care into by the garment. So these two things we have already done. After that, we have also discussed the levels of garment. So do you remember what are the three levels of garment that we have done? Yes. First one, at the national level, since India is a very big country. Then second level is state level, and we also have the local self-garment as we have in towns, cities and villages. So these are the three levels at which the garment functions. Then apart from this, I have also told you a brief introduction about the organs of the garment. So what are the three organs of the garment again? So let's recall. There are three organs of government, that is legislature, then executive and judiciary. So this is a law making body. This is the body that executes the laws that have been made by the legislature, and this is the final body which looks into the matters which have dispute. So it is a dispute resolving body, the Supreme Court, the High Court. So all these things are included in these three organs of the government. So today what we are going to discuss is organs of the government. After discussing the organs of the government, we will be discussing types of government. So again, there are three types of government. Number one, we had monarchy in the earlier period. Then we will be discussing about the dictatorship, in which the power is in hand of one person alone. And third, we have the democracy, which is the most popular form of government, and even in country like India, we have democratic form of government. Then after discussing these three types of government, we will be further discussing the types of democratic government. It is divided again into two types, that is, it is direct democracy and it is indirect democracy. So we will be discussing these two terms, what is direct democracy and what is indirect democracy. Indirect democracy is also known as representative democracy. So we will be discussing this. Let's see what all the things that we will be discussing today. So after discussing what is direct and what is indirect, it is further divided into two types. One is parliamentary and the other one is presidential. So we will be discussing these two indirect forms of democracy. So as the name suggests, we will be discussing what is parliamentary, in which the Prime Minister is head of the Council of Ministers, and we will be discussing the President, where the sole power is only in the hands of the President. He alone rules the country. It's not like our parliamentary form of government, in which the Prime Minister is head of the state, the President is head of the state, and the Prime Minister is head of the Cabinet Ministers, or you can say Council of Ministers. So this is the two terms that we will be discussing. Apart from that, there are two more terms in your term, that is federal government and unitary form of government. So in your higher classes we'll be dealing it in detail, but for here we'll be just giving a brief introduction for this. What is federal and what is unitary form? Unitary means single and federal means double. So we'll be discussing these two terms. What is unitary form of government? Where there is only one body that rules the country, and that is only the center. But in federal there is a division of power between two bodies, that is the center and the state. This is important because we have already discussed the organs or the levels of the government, that there is government working at the national level, that is the central level, and there is a government working at the state level. So we should know that India has a federal system of government in which the powers are equally divided between the center and the state. There are boundaries that have been demarcated where the central government need to function and where the state need to function. So we have already discussed one example, like today we are facing a problem of COVID-19. It is a pandemic disease. So the government, the central governments, it takes a decision and it just orders the state governments to submit the report to the central government regarding their own state. If they find that there are more number of cases that are rising in their state, so it is the decision of the state government that will be considered. So whether they want a complete lockdown or whether they want that the lockdown should not be there. So it is just like that, that the central is functioning at the higher level and the state government, it functions only in its particular state, but it is responsible to the central government or the national government. So this way we will be discussing these two terms. Apart from that, there is one very important term in your books, that is universal adult franchise. So what is universal adult franchise now? We will be discussing it. It is very important. So universal adult franchise is when people of country who are 18 years of age and above 18 years of age, they have the right to vote and choose their representatives who rule over the country. So we'll be discussing this term also. So with this we'll be finishing the things that are there in your chapter, and in the next video we'll be taking up the reading portion. So let's see what does these all term means. So let's start.
The legislature, the executive and the judiciary are known as the three organs or branches of the government. The legislature makes the law, the executive implements the law, and the judiciary makes sure that the laws are obeyed. The main types of government in the history of mankind. The first type of government is the monarchy. In this type of government, a monarch, that's a king or a queen, has the absolute power to run the country. In this type of government, people do not have the right to choose a ruler. Bhutan, a neighbor of India, has this form of government. Another type of government is dictatorship. In this form of government, all the power rests in the hands of one person or a small group of people. Countries like Egypt and Syria has this form of government.
The unitary system gives the main powers to the central government. The central government creates the state, regional and provincial governments, and they are subordinate to the central government. The federal system shares powers among the central government and various state governments of a country. Both the levels of the government are answerable to the people separately through the legislature. Federal governments differ from the unitary form of governments in the way that power is shared. In the unitary system, power is with the central authority. In the federal system, power is allocated to the state and local level governments also. In the federal system, power is allocated separately to the central and non-central level governments and is codified in the Constitution. In the unitary system, there is codification of the power. In the federal system, the focus is on national and state issues. In the unitary form of system, the focus is completely on gaining power. Countries such as France, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom have the unitary system of government. The United States and Canada, Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Brazil, Germany, India, and Switzerland have the federal system of government.
And then we have democracy. This is the most popular form of government. It's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. People participate in political and decision-making processes without considering their race or color. Our very own country, India, has this kind of government. Democracy is again of two types. Direct democracy, where every adult citizen votes on every issue on which a decision is to be taken. This system works in a small country with small population. Example, Switzerland. Democracy can be representative democracy also. Most democratic countries have this kind of government. The people elect the representatives who take decisions on their behalf. Example, our own country, India. Representative democracy is again of two types. Parliamentary. In this government is actually run by a prime minister and other ministers who are members of the parliament. And in presidential system, the president is independent of the legislature and heads the government. Universal suffrage. It means the right to vote. In India, we have universal adult franchise, which means that all adult citizens have the right to vote.
So, I hope you have understood the concepts that we have dealt today. So, let's quickly recall what we have learned today. We have started with the organs of the government. So, we have discussed the three organs of the government, that is legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. I hope you have understood their functions and their powers. Then, after discussing these organs, we have also discussed the types of government. So, we have again discussed the three types of government. Let's quickly recall. We have discussed first of all monarchy. Then we discussed dictatorship. And lastly, we went to democratic, which is our own government. So, after this, we have again discussed the two forms of democratic government, that is direct and indirect, which is also known as representative form of government. So, again we have discussed its two types, that is parliamentary and presidential. So, we have the parliamentary form of government, example is India, and presidential you can take off example of America. After this, we have also discussed two terms, two governments, types of governments, that is unitary and federal form of government. So parliamentary form of government and representative form of government are the two. So this again is a very important term. You should know which form of government is there in country India, our own country, and what is the difference between the parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of government. Similarly, these two terms are very important. Again, you should know what is the difference between the unitary form of government and the federal form of government. So after discussing these, we have also discussed one very important term, universal adult franchise. So adult, what does it mean? That person who is 18 years of age or above 18 years of age can vote in the elections. So this is the term that you need to remember and understand. So with this, we finish our today's topics. So I hope you have understood. Just read whatever we have learned today from your book, and tomorrow we will be taking the reading part so that the concept is more clear, and I will be also discussing with you the important objective questions that can be found from each paragraph. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay happy.